Last week, Larissa's mom flew into Hawaii to interview the guys.
What makes a woman sexy to you?
At least, that's what they were led to believe.
The parents usually like me more than the kid does.
In fact, it was a rare glimpse into Larissa's future, and Mike wasn't impressed.
I was thinking big ass, no ankles.
Their night under the stars became a distant memory after Larissa watched the hidden camera tape.
Look at a girl's mother, and that's what your wife or girlfriend might look like down the road.
Probably is no surprise, but the first person going home tonight is Michael.
I tend to open my mouth without thinking. That's always been a problem of mine.
Then Tony's heart was broken.
The one question would be why? Why?
When Larissa sent him away.
He's absolutely devastated.
Now the final four remain. And the Hawaiian nights are getting intimate as each fights to be her final choice.
How cool is the sunset?
But one of the private dates
You tested me.
isn't as private as they might think. The truth will surface for an average Joe
It makes me sick to my stomach.
in the next twist tonight. A beauty queen searching for her handsome Prince Charming. Instead, she meets a new breed of bachelors. This is the story of a beauty and the average Joe.
Gil, Brian, Jim, myself, we went down to Kona and met Larissa. And what was happening was a little competition.
Wrong, red buoy! Part of the jet ski competition was a trivia game. The guys were asked 4 different questions. If they got it right, they would go to the green buoy, which is closer. If they got it wrong, they got the red flag going to the red buoy, which is further away. And first question, what's my sign?
You're an Aries.
Wrong!
Pisces.
Wrong!
Aries.
Wrong!
Libra.
Wrong, red buoy! I'm a Virgo!
I know I mentioned to her my sign, and she may have mentioned hers, but I couldn't remember.
I didn't win Miss USA, but what place did I finish?
Yeah.
Wrong!
Second.
Red buoy!
Finished second.
Wrong!
Second runner-up.
I was in 4th place.
I thought that I would know at least one of the 4 questions.
I gotta say, a lot of these guys don't listen as well as I thought they would. What's the name of one of my 2 pet guinea pigs? I got one guinea pig, his name is Pickle, and he is the cutest, thing.
I remembered that, it was Mr. Pickles.
Pickle.
Right, green buoy! How long was my last serious relationship?
Now, why are you still single?
Well, I actually just ended a relationship. I was dating somebody for like 9 months.
2 years. Year and a half. 9 months.
Good job.
9 months.
Green buoy! Good job, Brian! The 4 questions that I asked were kind of random questions, but I know they were things that I had talked about with the guys. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. You guys didn't do as well as I expected, but one person did win and got 2 out of the 4 with the best time was Fredo with 3 minutes, 53 seconds.
And she basically stood up and was like, you know, you guys know nothing about me or don't pay attention to me when I talk to you, one of the 2.
I know you're a good listener.
I pay attention to a lot of things. Larissa says, you know, I'm in this whole thing to get to know the person.
I love hanging out with him. I love talking with him. He's very adventurous. We like to do different activities. So Fredo winning the competition worked out really well.
I was really, really excited to get the private date. I really was, because the last time we spent time together, it just wasn't long enough.
One of the first things that Fredo and I did on our date was go to the Mauna Kea golf course. That's the shot?
That was the one.
Shut up. You have to get it all the way on the other side?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What kind of iron did you use?
You are asking the wrong person.
I'm just gonna pick one and hope it
What's
works.
your favorite number?
This is gonna be an example of what not to do when playing golf. Gotta watch where you're gonna hit the ball. Don't look up my skirt.
I'm just trying to look for a safe spot.
Where'd it go? The golf and the tennis is like so not my thing, but it was fun just to not be competitive, but just to have fun. We're both terrible at golf, and we knew we were probably gonna be terrible at tennis, so we just tried to make the most of it and have fun.
I was scared.
Oh, yeah?
I'm kidding.
Oh, Fredo! What are you doing?
My bad. I had no control of that racket whatsoever. I got a home run a couple times. Oh.
Fredo.
I'm a cement contractor from Cleveland. I'm definitely not a tennis player, but it was fun. We laughed our butts off, we really did. I think our massage tables are here.
Nice. Having the couples massage was the perfect way to end the day. There was a beautiful view, beautiful breeze, and it was great for us just to sit and relax and just talk to each other.
How cool is the sunset?
Beautiful, and I have a wonderful person to share it with.
The sun was setting, some clothes were off. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
You're such a giver, and you have so much to offer. And
I think being there for someone is all you have to do. I think that we've added a lot of bricks to a great foundation. We have such a great friendship going, and that'll bring someone together, you know?
I agree with that.
Towards the end of the date, Fredo kind of kept challenging me, like he was trying to gain trust.
I try to feel your situation out too, because you're indecisive. You know that opportunity's gonna be coming, but you're not.
I'm indecisive?
Well, I think that you're looking for opportunity, you know, obviously.
We had a glass of wine overlooking the ocean, and it still progressed that he was kind of challenging me. I feel like you're testing me.
But why should you feel that way?
Why should I feel that way?
Sure.
Because you're questioning me.
But you've questioned me the whole time.
Have I?
Absolutely. You've asked little things here and there. I just think I'm doing the same in return.
You said you think I'm indecisive.
Yes.
Indecisive, in other words, meaning that I am unable to make decisions.
No. Not sure of what decision you want to make. Sometimes you don't know how to say certain things without seeming like you're trying to dig or pick at something. I think you're young and beautiful.
So you think I'm looking for opportunities?
You know what?
I'd like to go down that road.
To be honest with you, yes and no.
Fredo says that he doesn't judge me, but I don't know if he does because he's questioning my motives about being here.
No, I mean, you could have just walked away from this thing at the beginning.
I didn't seek this. It fell into my lap.
Absolutely.
And it would be dumb not to take advantage of any opportunity that comes into your life. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not playing any games. I want you here because when I look at you, I assume that you're a certain way, and you've totally blown my mind on so many levels, and I admire the fact that you're not afraid to say what you think and to question me, and to question my choices and question my judgment, because it shows me that you're a strong person.
I'm definitely more amazed because she answered my questions exactly how I would have wanted them answered.
So am I moving to Cleveland or are you moving to Los Angeles?
No, we hang out in LA for a while, and then we gotta go back to my parents' house, hang out there for a bit, and then we'll probably end up at your mom's house somehow next door. That's what she told me the other day.
You have to cut your hair first.
Well, see what becomes of things, you know? I prefer that Larissa takes things slow, you know, instead of being out there making out with everyone, because I wouldn't be comfortable with it, you know? But she's smarter than that.
Still to come, Larissa has one private date left with Gil, Brian, and Jim. But not all of the dates are as private as she'd like. A night on the beach.
When I'm with Jim, I feel sexy and I feel like a woman.
The stars above. And an average Joe about to surface from below.
It makes me flippin' sick to my stomach.
Today, I'm taking a trip to the northern part of the island on a date with Gil.
I was extremely excited for my private date with Larissa. It's getting down to the wire, so I'm really looking to put myself out there and see what happens.
We took off in the helicopter, and there was quite a bit of turbulence. Made me pretty nervous.
Hold on back there. It's gonna get a little bumpy.
Gil grabbed my hand at one point and was trying to kind of comfort me, which was nice.
You know, I could see that she was getting a little bit scared, a little bit nervous about the dipping and the turbulence and stuff. So I was happy that we were having turbulence. It was fun, and you know, it gave me a chance to try to comfort her a little bit.
Helicopter ride, we pulled into this beautiful green valley with these huge cliffs, and it just felt like something out of a fairy tale.
The helicopter ride was extremely incredible. I have never, ever in my life seen anything quite like that. That's beautiful.
It was very, very magical and just breathtaking. So after the helicopter landed, we ended up on a black sand beach, and my goal was to get him to open up and get him to trust me and get him to stop judging himself and judging his own actions and his own words. Are you ticklish?
No.
Are you? I found out Gil is really ticklish, so I had to play with that a little bit.
I am serious. I will freak out. I am like crazy. Sometimes I'm bad.
Wait, you're not here.
I can't do this on the I can't do this on the cameras. I'm all nervous.
I know.
Talking to Gil, I noticed he seemed nervous, and I didn't know if it was the cameras, I didn't know if it was the situation, but it made me concerned that maybe he wasn't interested in me.
It's not easy.
No, it isn't. It's not familiar. So, I don't know. This is a really, really new experience for me. I'm not used to cameras. This is not something that I do on a normal basis or have ever done in my life.
When you're in something like this, you kind of have to let go. And I think that's the whole challenge of it, is to learn something new about yourself. And I know there's this wall, or not a wall, but just you're kind of sitting back on it. And like, I just want to see what happens. I mean,
I do too. I'm holding back.
I can tell.
I'm holding back. That's you know.
You don't hold back.
I don't know. I'm very, very glad I stayed. It's very comforting to know that you know.
I like you, Gil.
I like you too. I like you too. We were on this amazing private beach. I wanted to, show her that I felt that this was, something special.
It was just such a breathtaking place to be that we were just in the moment. We just had a great conversation and kind of just led into a kiss. It was a really nice, honest moment. That wasn't so bad.
After Gil and I were walking around on the black sand beach, we found a stream that we decided to play around in.
It ran down from the mountain above us, and it had clear water, and it looked real nice.
And we walked up the stream, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I wonder if we can slide down this thing. It looks kind of like it might be kind of fun. Gil kind of jumped in after I went down.
It was cold. It was cold, I could feel it, but amazing.
After we went down on the water slide, we ended up in like a little lagoon pond area. And it was really cold, but it was nice to just kind of hang on to each other for a little body heat. After swimming, we warmed up and changed and arrived at this really romantic, tiny little cabin. It was just so perfect.
Look at this place.
Oh, how cute. And just very quaint and cozy and comfortable, and it just had an amazing view.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, look at that.
Breathtaking.
Gil was gonna cook some dinner, which I think is amazing. I love a guy that can cook. I think that's so sexy.
It never really hurts, you know, when I can show a woman that I can cook. I'm no emerald by any means, but I can put a decent meal together.
I'm excited to see what you're gonna make.
Like I said, don't expect too much.
While Gil was cooking dinner, I kind of was cooking up a plan of my own to get to the bottom of his relationships. So you're more of a relationship guy?
You know, I dated like probably anybody does in college. And then junior year, I met, you know, the girl that I had that long relationship with, you know, probably, you know, absolutely the longest relationship in my life.
I noticed when I started asking him questions about his girlfriend, he also kind of started to get really hot and flushed and kind of, he started sweating. So what happened that made things, was it your decision? Or was it hers or mutual?
Ultimately, you know, it came down to this is not going to work, and we need to just forget it. We saw each other about 2 months ago. She came back down to Fort Lauderdale one final time. We had a great time.
So do you guys think you would be together if she, say, moved to Fort Lauderdale?
Oh, wow.
That's the million-dollar question.
That's the million-dollar question. That never happened.
If it did happen?
I don't think so.
There was a long pause in the answer to the question if she was in Fort Lauderdale, if he would still be with her. It does bring a bit of hesitation in my mind.
There was no reason why it couldn't have happened. It didn't. And that was a choice. I'm fearful of this, and I'm cautious. I mean, I've been in a relationship before. It was the toughest thing I've ever done in my life. So I promised myself I would not do that again unless it was, you know, 100% right.
So it doesn't really bother you that I live in LA?
It bothered me, but I don't think it's just an obstacle.
Yeah.
Obstacles are made to be
overcome.
Yeah, overcome or figure a way around or something like that.
Not to say that it would be easy, but I'm not scared of going with something if it feels right. You know, I'm not necessarily tied to any one place right now. What I said is true, and I kind of wanted to put that out there because I think it kind of helped him open up a little bit more. The whole thing of this is like you have to kind of live in the moment. But I think the way we're both kind of the same is like constantly thinking about the future. And it's like you don't want to let too much of yourself go. You don't want to let yourself be open to be hurt. When I walked this whole thing, I had no idea what to expect, and I can only take it one day at a time.
You have to come down to one person out of however many that have come here.
I don't think it's a competition from guy to guy. It's a competition for each guy with himself.
I agree.
To learn something.
I agree. It's not competition. It really isn't. It's just, you know, who is themselves consistently,
exactly.
And who do you relate with the best? It surprises me how, you know, the total package that she is. She's got it all, you know. She's got a lot of stuff that I really look for. Oh, wow. Wow.
Corey. Oh, look at that.
I love rain. When the rain came, it was definitely a sign that says, hey, this is definitely the right time to share another kiss with Larissa.
When we kissed, yes, my heart was pounding, and it was really exciting, and I felt like this surge of just adrenaline run into my stomach. The kisses with Gil are different. They are very passionate, but he's also, I can still feel his hesitation a little bit, that he's not completely letting himself go.
This is the best date that I've ever been on, I mean, by far. I don't know if I'll ever be able to live up to this date again in my life. I'm extremely surprised at how fast that this is all taking place. I'm, you know, kind of swept away by this whole situation that's been here. I'm excited about it. I mean, why not?
Next,
I realized I was in it for the wrong reasons.
the final private date.
What is that?
Before Larissa decides which hometowns she'll travel to.
I'm hoping that he's not a boring guy.
But this time, the private date isn't all that private. As the next reveal is fast approaching.
I didn't want to see what I saw.
For an average Joe.
Today, I'm going on a date with Brian to Hilo. When I'm with Brian, I completely forget about everybody else. He's fun to be around, and I do look forward to hanging out with Brian today. So, first time for sushi, huh?
First time.
You nervous?
Well, you know what? A little bit.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Oh boy.
All right, after you.
Going to sushi was a chance for Brian to kind of get to see something that I like to do.
Get the seat for you.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Sushi is part of Larissa's world. I would never eat raw fish. I mean, if my buddies and I were together and one of the guys said, let's go get some sushi, I'd say, get out of here. You know, let's go get a burger.
Some of it can be kind of scary looking, but it depends on what you get, like jiggly wiggly kind of stuff.
I was willing to try it out to show her that, you know, I'm interested in things that she enjoys.
Thank you.
Wow,
Wow,
look
what
at
is
that.
this?
That looks like something called poke, which is a Hawaiian thing. This is probably ahi tuna. Oh, this is caviar.
Okay, I've never had caviar.
Really?
Yeah.
Not sure what this stuff is. We'll try it.
I'm not sure what to expect.
I got the stringy stuff. What is that?
Um,
Are these flowers edible?
they might be.
Looks like a tongue.
Brian was pretty funny. It was cute to watch him try and figure it out.
First bite of raw fish. Oh. Okay.
It's good stuff.
It's raw, right?
Raw.
I was chewing it. It was very soft.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
As bad as you thought it would be?
Mm-mm. It's good. I have to admit, I liked it. It went down easy. I was like, you know, this isn't so bad.
Brian Worth, the sushi man. He'll have to eat it a few more times, and it's definitely an acquired taste, but I think he's on the right path to enjoying it.
Now I'm losing my chopsticks.
And he was determined to use the chopsticks.
Who invented these things anyway?
I don't know.
You know, someday I'll have my operator's license for these things.
I couldn't poke around with Jim or Gil the same way, because they're not as quick as he is. So it was really nice to just have a good time and laugh. I'm really, really impressed that you're giving this a try, because a lot of people would be like, no way. It says a lot that Brian was willing to try sushi for me. It's very flattering that he would be willing to open up his mind and give it a try just for me. Wow, this is incredible.
This is awesome.
We got to the botanical gardens. We walked down to the waterfall, and you know, it was beautiful. It's just absolutely, just so nice. I could have sat there all day with her.
So I have a question. What were your past girlfriends like?
You know, dated for a while, never made a commitment. Scared of the C word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scared. I was.
What scares you about it?
I don't know.
I've always suppressed my emotions, but when I'm with Larissa, you know, a different side of me comes out, and I just want to let her know how I feel, and you know, not too many other people have seen that side of me.
My biggest fear was maybe meeting somebody and then having my life just totally go topsy-turvy. But to be honest with you, I want to experience areas that I've never been to before.
Brian has a lot of stuff going for him. He's honest, he's sincere, he's more open than a lot of guys would be.
I mean, this whole trip is making me, you know, open up a lot. You're making me open up a lot. You know, I want to follow my heart now. I'm done with being scared of commitment, and I have to take that step.
I think you've already started taking that step.
I have.
He's completely thrown himself into this experience, and now I know that he's here for me.
rainforest, we took a ride out to Black Sand Beach, and we were going to take a sunset ride on a double-hull canoe.
Wow.
Look at the size of this.
When we got to the Black Sand Beach and the sun was setting, and we saw this beautiful tortoise just laying out on the sand, kind of beaching himself, and it was so cute.
Aww.
He's looking at you, Larissa.
It's kind of cute. I think you have some competition there, Brian.
I don't mean to bother you.
Yeah, maybe we should back off.
It was just really a gorgeous setting.
Yes?
We boarded this double hull canoe and we took a little ride.
This is nice.
It is. It's really nice. The water's so calm.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
No, perfect night.
All the stars.
No.
Larissa and I went back to her place, and we went out by the pool, sat there, chatted.
Watching people change, like, is an amazing thing, because usually people don't change.
I know.
And, you know, the things that you told me and that you open up to me that you haven't told anybody, like, I really appreciate that, and I admire that.
Brian completely opened up to me, and it was kind of stuck in my mind the whole day. And I realized I have to let myself open up, and I have to express myself.
I feel like I can trust you. And because I started thinking about some of the other dates that I had, and I kind of questioned my actions a little bit and actions of some of the other guys. I feel like things like move too fast, and it's like surfacey.
And I know for a fact that looking into the future and having a relationship with you would be great, because I know that no matter what, you're going to treat me like a princess.
We got a little serious. Larissa confided in me. We just took basically a next step. We moved up to the balcony, and she opened up even more to me.
I was in a relationship for about 9 months with somebody, and it moved really fast, like way fast.
So I just, you know, I kind of told him like how I feel, and also kind of dishing into a little bit of my past, which was a huge step for me.
At some point, I realized I felt like I was in it for the wrong reasons. I realized in my heart that I don't think I was really in love. And I cared about him and I loved him, but I didn't feel like I was in love with him.
The qualities that Brian Worth has that some of the other guys don't is that he listens and he talks, and he's got a lot of great things to say, and he says what's on his mind.
I don't rush into anything. But I've never really felt a connection with anybody else like I do with you.
Brian's got the most beautiful eyes, and they sparkle when he talks to me about the way that he's feeling.
I think it's absolutely, I mean, it's a great feeling. Basically, we're coming down the home stretch here. I'm the underdog. You know, the other guys, I don't think they're in it for the long term, but I know I am.
But I feel like I can tell you anything and I can trust you.
I really need her to know that I'm the right guy for her. I'm gonna make her choice very difficult. I know this is very hard on her, but I want her to pick me in the end.
Jim and Larissa are about to live like castaways.
Let's see if we can find something to eat.
On their own deserted island.
How's this band looking?
But as it turns out, they will not be alone.
She's spacing everything off the looks at this point.
It's a glimpse into a private date, as the truth is about to surface for an average Joe.
My date with Jim was on a deserted beach. There was nobody around, and it was basically a no-frills date. We didn't really have any activities planned. We were there to enjoy each other's company and to enjoy the surroundings.
You hungry?
A little bit.
Let's see if we can find something to eat.
We could just sit here and go in circles.
And go in circles?
All right with me.
I have to say that Jim is definitely in a tight race. This date is really, really critical in finding out what he can bring to the table. That's good. Here we are. I really need to find out more about his personality and find out really who he is.
I can't tell you, I'm like really, really looking forward to this. Just to relax, like not rush from one place to another.
Yeah. I definitely like Larissa a lot. There's definite physical attraction between us, but it's definitely way more than that too. Look at that box.
Wow.
You see what it is?
Yeah. I guess I'll help you pull it in. I'll just...
Okay.
I want to see what's in this thing. It's kind of heavy.
There's some good stuff in here.
Jim is the only guy that really gives me butterflies as soon as I see him. And there's this intensity about him. And just being on a deserted island with some hot guy has got to be like every woman's fantasy. Wow.
Oh, nice.
What do we have here? This stuff looks really old.
Wow.
Today I was picked up from the house and I wasn't told anything. I was told to wear a pair of shorts and a shirt, you know. We came to the marina and next thing you know, they told me I was going on a submarine ride. Here I am. I've never been on a sub before. I've seen them in movies. I am very excited. I can't wait for this thing to happen. This is absolutely awesome.
All clear to dive.
Oh my goodness. You think maybe there's some matches in here? We can make a fire?
Maybe. That was the kind of date that I wanted, was to just be able to hang out where there was no distractions, no outside influences on anything we were doing. We kept each other company, and that was all we needed.
This is too funny. We kept laughing at the simplicity of the date. Spam.
Is it spam?
Oh, God, I bet.
All right, let's cook some.
All we had to do was a simple task of making a fire, maybe making some food to eat, and just simply talking. How's the spam looking?
It looks great.
Is it sticking?
Yeah, a little bit.
I like a guy that knows how to cook spam.
Yeah? Well, you're in luck. I think it's almost done, but I really don't know how to tell when spam is done.
057, 059. I'm driving along, I'm driving the sub, you know, it was awesome, having a great time. I'm really not sure what's gonna happen, but I think I'll be all right.
So what were you most looking forward to for tonight?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing you again. Spending more than 20 minutes with you.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't had a whole lot of time.
Yeah. How about you?
I know for a fact that Jim likes me. I know at this point that he does, and that he's here for the potential of having a relationship, I think.
I was looking forward to seeing you for sure.
Yeah.
Picking your brain.
What do you want to know?
Where do you envision yourself to be in 5 years? What do you want to do?
It's kind of up in there, you know. I'm just gonna kind of see what happens for a little bit, and you know, I definitely have the flying thing.
I think of Jim as kind of like a free spirit. He doesn't really know what his next move is going to be, and he's kind of just riding the waves right now to find out where he's going to go.
That's nice. I forgot what I was saying.
Wait, didn't we have some coconut oil?
Why, you want to give me a massage?
Yeah.
Can I give you one later?
Uh-huh.
The fact that he is so romantic, he knows all the right moves, it does kind of worry me because I'm like, okay, is he like this with every girl, or is it actually because he likes me?
What about you? What do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
In 5 years, let's see, I'm almost 25. And I'm hoping by then that, you know, maybe I'll start a family. But I think before that point, I need to make sure that I'm settled where I need to be in my life, in my career. And before I get to that point, I think it's important to know that I'd be financially secure enough to provide a good home for my children.
Please adjust bearing 7 degrees south-southwest. Copy?
I'm absolutely positively happy that I found someone like Larissa. I'm very happy that she turned out being the person that she is, because I didn't expect it at all.
Copy. Yeah, I can make you out of here.
So what do you think it takes to know when you're in love?
I don't know. I think you just know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I think, ultimately, I think you know when you're willing to give up everything for somebody. I kept thinking about you, and I don't know what it is, but when I'm with you, I feel like you look at me, and I feel like the world stops. Like, you don't notice anything else.
When I'm with Jim, I literally feel like I'm in a high fashion ad or something. I mean, I feel like I'm in a Ralph Lauren commercial.
Make your depth 50 feet. Down bubble. Final approach. T-minus 6 minutes.
I get stereotyped a lot as that I'm stupid, you know?
Mm-hmm. Why?
And I don't know. I just do.
He's just so ideal in his physical beauty and the way he handles himself. I mean, he like just stepped out of a romance novel.
Let's go walk in the water.
All right.
I need you to come off stop. Copy.
I'm driving the sub, and all of a sudden I'm handed a monitor. And all of a sudden on that monitor, a text message came across. Fredo, this submarine is currently stationed 40 yards off a private beach. Larissa and Jim are enjoying their private evening together on shore. Your orders are to come to Periscope depth and witness the truth. I read the text message, and my stomach started to drop. All right, let's go.
Servicing.
I didn't want to see what I saw.
When we come back,
It was definitely one of the sexiest moments I've ever had.
a night of passion and romance on the beach.
You make me feel like nobody else here does.
But it's also a night of heartbreak
I'm pissed.
and disappointment offshore for an average Joe.
All right, let's go.
Servicing.
Apparently there was a video camera on the top of the periscope of the submarine.
I thought I didn't like you. Really.
God, but you know what? I'm just held her over. That's all I can say.
It's pretty fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Unreal. I mean, I really thought that, you know, she had a better head. I really did. You know, whatever.
Do you realize how handsome you are?
I think she's showing a little bit of shallowness, quite a bit, because I think she's basing everything off of looks at this point.
Mm-hmm. Now that I've told you 3 times.
She she's got a crush on him, he's got a crush on her. What the hell is a crush? What the is wrong with you? She went on one date with Jim. I mean, what'd she have a crush on? The dude's definitely, I mean, I know him at the house. I mean, he's not a conversation piece, that's for damn sure. It's gross, it really is. I mean, I just thought of her more than that, but, you know, I don't know if I was wrong. I must have been.
Oh, this is nice. Now you're gonna spoil me.
Not sure I know what to say. I'm not even sure what's going through my head right now. I mean, the dude tells people he's a pilot. He works at Chili's. How do you be a pilot and you're a waiter at Chili's? I mean, it just makes no sense to me. Really, give me a break. Disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed. I'm disappointed and I'm pissed.
I have to say that you make me feel like nobody else here does.
It makes me flippin' sick to my stomach that I just thought she was a lot smarter. But, I don't know. I was wrong. Man, she didn't even go out with the guy for long yet. They don't even know anything about each other. I mean, that's, you know, she seems to say that that's so important to her, but it obviously isn't.
He's the ideal man. Like, he just is beautiful eyes, great smile. He knows how to handle himself. When I'm with Jim, I feel sexy and I feel like a woman. It was like saltwater kisses, and it was just fun and spontaneous. We kind of like wrestled around in the water, and it was definitely like probably one of the sexiest moments I've ever had.
She could have it. They could have each other because I'll make someone very happy someday. There's not a doubt in my mind. And there's other guys at the house that will also. And, you know, if that crush is what she wants, then she could have it.
Overall, my state of mind is I had a great night. I learned what I needed to learn in the time that we had. I think Jim would be a great choice because I know that I'll have fun with Jim, and it might be easier to maintain a relationship with him after this whole experience is over.
Larissa is a very special girl, you know. She's pretty, she's very smart. She doesn't take herself so seriously that she can't laugh at herself, you know. She's definitely somebody that I could see myself with, you know, for a while. I definitely feel like I have a very good connection with Larissa, and I would be very disappointed if I was eliminated. You know, I would definitely have my feelings hurt. I'm falling for it. You know, it's just happening. I came here not expecting to, but it just happened. She's a great girl.
I don't think the Jim's gonna be the guy that's gonna stick around, you know? I mean, I was in this thing for the long haul, you know? This is the #1 reason why I don't get myself emotionally involved or jump in a relationship with 2 feet. Is that reason that I just witnessed right there. Because, I just got again. It's see anymore.
Next, the emotional elimination night, as their time in Hawaii is coming to an end.
Having to send someone home, it's really hard.
Larissa must choose who she'll take on hometown dates. But first, what will Fredo say when he sees Larissa for the first time since the sub ride?
Where's Fredo?
Who continues on? And who takes the bus ride home tonight? The elimination is next.
tonight's elimination, I'll be sending home one person. It gets more difficult as the time goes on and I get to know these guys more, and there's like bonds that are forming. So having to send someone home when you've established that it's really hard. There's only 3 of you and not 4. Where's Fredo?
Larissa, Fredo left yesterday afternoon, and we waited up for him, and he hasn't come back, but there was a note that we found.
Dear Larissa, we often spoke of the foundation we were building, and I always will think of it fondly. However, I think we both know it's not taking us to the type of happiness we both deserve. I can't continue with this process. I'm on my way back to Cleveland. I wish you all the best. Fredo.
I like Fredo a lot, but I don't think that's very fair to all the other guys that had to stand at elimination and have their name called out and get sent home.
I really have no idea why Fredo's gone. I don't feel that he has any reason to feel like he should have just left.
The only good thing about Fredo leaving was that he is the one that I was going to eliminate anyway, and it makes it much easier on both of us. Well, I'm very sad to see him go. If he were here, I'd say I enjoyed having him. I had a great time, and he's definitely very adventurous. I really would have liked to say goodbye in person. Well, I guess this makes my job a little easier. I was supposed to eliminate one person this evening, and it looks like I don't have to. So it looks like I'm going to be going to each of your hometowns and see exactly what you do on a daily basis, what you like to do, and get to know even more about you. I'm so excited to have you guys here. You have no idea. And I look forward to going to your hometown.
And I want to say something before, we go over there. It was our last night in Hawaii, and, guys, and especially you, Larissa, thank you for just making it a tremendous trip out here and just creating just memories that I'll never forget. So I appreciate it.
It's been great, man.
You guys are great. You guys are great. Thank you.
Well, I'm very excited because I've never been to any of their hometowns, so it's going to be a great experience for me to get to know the guys and do a bit of traveling with them.
I am the underdog, but I'm still here for a reason. She likes me. Does she like one of them better than me? She could. I'm confident that, I'm gonna be around, maybe through the end.
I definitely don't want to be looked at as just a good-looking guy who's stupid. There's more to that. There's more to me than that also.
I don't know how excited I am to show Larissa my real world. I do not lead the most glamorous lifestyle, and I don't know how attractive that would be.
Well, it is our last night in Hawaii, and I gotta say, it's so beautiful here. The sunsets and the mountains and the volcanoes and the ocean. But having you 3 here and doing the activities that we've done and the fact that you guys have opened up and shared this experience with me makes it a true paradise. So I will see you in Fort Lauderdale, Scottsdale, and Boston.
Yeah, you will. You betcha.
Woo! I'm so excited to go to your hometowns.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun.
I can't wait either.
Group hug?
Yeah, let's do a group hug.
There's 3 guys that are left, and I have to choose one. I think looking at the 3, I have to think about the one that would have the most to offer in a relationship. And they all represent something different. But I think if you compare these guys to, say, like the Wizard of Oz, that they all have characteristics about them that the characters in the Wizard of Oz also had. Jim would be comparable to the Scarecrow.
I get stereotyped a lot as that I'm stupid, you know.
And the Scarecrow obviously has enough on the outside, but he's lacking depth.
I'm holding back.
I can tell. Gil could be compared to the Tin Man, who is lacking a heart and lacking emotion. And Brian would be compared to the lion, who has the heart and has the emotion and the passion, and the sensitivity, but he's lacking the courage or the confidence to follow through.
You know, I've never said I love you to anybody.
So in an interesting way, in a weird way, they all have different qualities about them that the other doesn't have. I've never been to any of these towns, so I think it's going to be, you know, a little taste of who they are and, you know, what I can expect if I choose them for a relationship or just for the final date.
When we return,
This is the last time we have to spend together.
the first of the crucial final hometown dates.
I want it to be really special.
Jim and Larissa travel to Arizona and stop at his apartment.
There's this blow-up doll up on the cabinets.
Is it a night of tension
Just waiting for his personality to show up a little bit more.
or romance? Is Jim too much competition
He looked pretty darn good without his shirt on.
for the last remaining Average Joe?
We're down to 3 guys now, so today is really my last opportunity to really make a big impression on her as far as just putting everything together. You know, where I live from Hawaii to here is a big difference, so I really want today to go well. I want it to be really special. Hey, you. How are you doing? Good.
I see. I really want to find more out about Jim, and still kind of dealing with the thing that he's a little quiet and just waiting for his personality to show up a little bit more.
I thought we'd start out maybe with a little mountain bike ride around the park here.
Cool.
So you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been on a bike, but...
Yeah. Well, we got a helmet, so you'll be safe.
Okay, good. Oh my God. It's kind of hard to steer this thing, huh? Wow. Okay, how do you change gears to get up this thing?
I think you get a lower gear.
I think I'm in the lowest gear, right?
I think you're on the highest one on that side.
That's the highest?
It was really nice that Jim was willing to help when I was kind of falling off the bike. He was really supportive, just trying to make sure that I was okay and that I was figuring things out.
Getting hot.
I know.
Man.
It'd be nice if they could move Scottsdale closer to the ocean. I thought it was really cool that she was willing to do this. You know, it was 110 degrees outside, sun's beating down, and everybody's sweating. You done?
I'm good.
Should we go climb the thing before it gets too hot?
Probably should, actually.
Yeah, let's do that. We came up to the cliff, you know, we looked up and it looked like it was pretty high, you know, so we got all the way up to the top and we met the guys from White Knuckle Adventures up there, you know, the guys that were gonna help us do the rappelling, and they gave us a little safety briefing.
Oh boy. Hey, so are we actually doing this? We're going. Are you serious?
I was standing up there, we're starting the descent, and Jim's like, oh, look back there, look how far down it is. And of course I looked and then I panicked.
Mommy. Jeez.
Kind of a little scary at first when we were leaning back, maybe not quite trusting the rope. The guy said it could hold a Volkswagen, but it was pretty thin rope.
We just stopped on the little ledge there and we looked out over the valley. And we kissed a little bit. It was a kind of special moment, you know, we were up on the mountain. It was nice.
Jim was getting really sweaty, and I have to say, he looked pretty darn good without his shirt on going down. I mean, it was pretty sexy.
So what do you like to do out here?
I spend a lot of time with my dog, you know, when I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
And we walk around. Sometimes I take him to a lake.
Jim was like stroking my hair, and he definitely knows how to be affectionate, but he doesn't know how to bring on the conversation as much. There's a lot of silences, there's a lot of pauses.
So where do you fly around?
So we just fly all over the place.
I mean, obviously I like somebody that makes me feel good, and he knows how to make the right moves. But it's like you need to have more of a complete picture, I think.
Do you live with any roommates?
Yeah? All right.
So after
After we got off the mountain, Jim took me back to his apartment to show me where he lives. Definitely Bachelorette. Yeah. I guess I was disappointed going into the apartment. Jim is like in desperate need of a girlfriend who's gonna go in there, clean that place up, dust it off, just vacuum it up, and just get some potpourri going because it needs a little help.
Nice wall decoration.
Looking at the kitchen, there's this blow-up doll up on the cabinets. It was just definitely a guy's place.
This is my room. I'm sorry. Hey, buddy.
First thing I would do is probably give the dog a bath because it does smell, it is shedding.
Yeah. This is Jake. Jake, let's go for a walk. It was important for Larissa to see where I live and kind of see my daily routine, you know, where I go, what I do. Want her to meet my dog. That was kind of an important thing. You know, he told me he really likes her, so that's good. He's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. It's funny because he's exactly opposite from you.
What?
Owners usually have pets that are like the owner, and I was like, well, it's kind of weird because Jake is completely different from you.
He never barks.
He never barks?
See, he's kind of like me because he's quiet.
Yeah, he is kind of quiet, I guess.
He's ripping on me right now. I can't stop.
I'm just teasing. Is that bad?
No. After we left my apartment, you know, I wanted to take Larissa to a really beautiful place in Scottsdale. We went to the Arizona Biltmore Resort. It was pretty romantic. It was nice. Josh.
Yes. It's a great day.
I think I built him up to have this mystery and have more going on, and I keep wanting to believe that, and I keep wanting to believe that there's more to him.
So what's your favorite book?
Favorite book? I really don't read books.
What's the last one you read?
I have no idea.
Jim just doesn't get in depth about things a whole lot. He just doesn't have a whole lot to say.
It's not flash that way. Oh, it is.
The tone of the conversation kind of changed a little bit. I could tell that she's kind of trying to find out exactly how I'm feeling because this is the last time we have to spend together before the final elimination.
I think it'd be great if you just stayed here.
With your blow-up doll?
Should we go find our villa?
Yes, we should.
I came in tonight with some serious questions about Jim. And honestly, I admit it. I can't help but just get caught up in the moment with him.
What's up?
Nothing, just thinking.
What?
No, I'm just... Can you see us, like, in a relationship for a long time? I mean, really?
I really can.
Yeah.
I definitely think that things could work between us very well. You know, it would...
Why?
Because of the chemistry and because of the...
What is the chemistry?
I don't know. It's just been there since we met.
You think it's physical?
I think it was at first, you know, when...
I had to ask the questions. I had to make him open up, and I had to challenge him to see if he's strong enough to handle some of the things that I had to say and some of my fears and my insecurities about the whole relationship that could be.
Okay, so realistically thinking about a relationship after this whole thing would be like, I'm like, what would that be like? What would we do?
Because you can't just ask me all. You can't just ask me all these questions.
I can't.
You're gonna like me for me, or you're not. And I'm affectionate. I like you, and that's important to me that you know that.
I came here to be myself. That's who I was, and she's gonna like me or not like me. Obviously, I wanted to pick me because I'm crazy about her.
This is like the last date before I really have to make that final decision, and there's a lot of weight on my shoulders to say, okay, am I looking at Jim because of how he looks? Is he looking at me because of how I look? Or is there gonna be something more? This is gonna be a rough elimination. It's a very dramatic night for me. I have to make my final choice.
I want Larissa to choose me because I think that from the beginning we've had chemistry. I would like to pursue this after it's over, and I really hope she chooses me.
I had a total crush on Jim, and I kept trying to build him up in my mind, I think, to be more complicated than he really is.
You've been here since the very beginning, and here we are at the very end. What can I say? I feel like there's this magnet that draws me toward you. It's like no matter where we are, we're on our own private beach, and nothing else matters. Which is what makes it really hard for me tonight. In the end, I fear that that spark's not enough. I still have that crush, but I need something more. I'm sorry that I have to say goodbye tonight.
It was really great to meet you, and I'm really happy that I got to share this just incredible time with you. I really wish you all the best in life.
Thank you.
It's really disappointing that it had to end the way it did, because I really thought there was more there than there really was. Larissa is great. She's got a lot going for her. It is hard to see that just suddenly come to an end. Everything was great, and all of a sudden it's over. We did have a certain chemistry from the first time we met. Hi, Larissa, I'm Jim. We had a good connection. And I'm really sad, you know, it definitely could have developed into a lot more. She wanted more. I don't know exactly what that was. It's really not the way I want it to end.
Sending Jim home wasn't easy, but in my mind, Gil and Brian were the best two choices for me. At the end of each date, I kind of felt like either one could be the one. And making the decision between the two is going to be the hardest decision I've ever had to make.
NBC next Monday, the dramatic season finale. He came into this as the ultimate underdog.
Larissa, how are you? Hi. I've always been overlooked by everybody. You got hit already. I'm already hit.
When the jocks arrived,
we were the cavalry riding in.
He led the charge to fight back.
You know what?
Right off the bat, it's an us against them attitude.
You know what you're nervous about?
Being on the
makeup woman only comes here a couple times a week.
Nobody is going to come into my house and push me or any of my buddies around.
And then he captured a place in Larissa's heart.
I can't believe I'm going to tell you this.
By putting his heart on the line for the first time.
I've never said I love you to anybody. I have a box around my heart.
You're awesome, Brian.
Thank you. And I think you are, too.
You're wicked cool.
I'm 31 years old, and I've never done this before. It's about time.
We know Brian has already edged out one of the final hunks.
I'm sorry that I have to say goodbye tonight.
Next week, 2 hometown dates remain. Gil takes Larissa home to Florida.
I'm not a guy that wears my heart on my sleeve. I like to be thoughtful in the things that I do.
What's your biggest fear from this whole thing? I love to be with Gil. On the other hand, it scares me half to death that I don't know if he'll ever be able to express himself emotionally.
Then it's Brian's turn in his beloved Boston.
This is the grand finale. You know, we've saved the best for last. There's only a select few things in this world worth fighting for, and I think you're one of them.
To hear the things that he had to say just blew me away.
You've taught me a lot, including I wanted to tell her the 3 words that I've never said before.
Then one final twist. Neither of them know the secret Larissa has been keeping.
I do have something in my past that I felt it was time for them to know.
I'm extremely surprised.
Wow.
In the end, her heart is torn.
The two guys on their way here are both amazing, and it crushes me that I'm going to have to send one of them home.
I would feel, extremely let down.
I'm the last of the old guys, and I want to show the world that the average regular guy can get the girl.
But she must make a choice. This time, will it be the fairy tale ending?
He absolutely touched me in a way that the other guys did not.
Or another night of heartbreak for the average Joe?
You're the one for me.